Family was just heading to the beach for vacation when they suddenly saw dozens of wrecked Teslas scattered all over the road. Some of the cars were leaking a strange water-like fluid and the entire highway was completely blocked. But the creepiest part was that there were no drivers inside any of the cars. Then the man noticed a sign on one of them. There is no human driving this vehicle. The woman instantly realized how serious the situation was, but by then it was already too late. In the very next second, another driverless Tesla came speeding straight toward them. Terrified, the woman jumped back inside the car. "Go, we need to get out of here." Panicking, she slammed the wheel and turned the car around. But when she looked behind them, her blood ran cold. Countless Teslas were rushing toward them. She gripped the steering wheel with all her strength as they barely escaped death. But the real nightmare was only beginning. The moment they got home, the woman immediately opened her laptop and started searching for news online. But she quickly realized the internet was completely down. Their phones had no signal either. At first, the couple didn't think too much about it. They assumed the network would come back soon. But the entire night passed and nothing changed. Now, without social media videos or the internet, the whole world seemed consumed by fear and anxiety. The husband and wife couldn't sleep at all that night. To pass the time, they pulled out an old camera and started watching old recordings. That's when someone suddenly started banging hard on the front door. Sensing something was wrong, the man grabbed a bat and slowly walked toward the door. When he opened it, he saw a black father standing there with his daughter. The man turned out to be the actual owner of the house they had rented. He explained that the city was in complete chaos. Traffic jams were everywhere, cars were malfunctioning, and all communication networks had collapsed. So he had come back to spend the night in his old house with his daughter. The family let them in, but the moment they entered, a strange alarm suddenly started going off, making the atmosphere even more terrifying. Since it was already late at night, everyone eventually went to their rooms. The next morning, the woman picked up her phone and noticed a few delayed news alerts that had somehow come through overnight. They said the country had suffered a massive cyber attack and that internet systems nationwide had been shut down. But the second she tried to show the messages to her husband, they disappeared. The phone instantly lost signal again. Meanwhile, the little girl went outside to play and noticed hundreds of deer gathered together in the forest, all staring silently into the distance like they sensed something horrifying approaching. Wanting answers, the man drove toward the city. At the same time, the homeowner went next door to check on the neighbors. Inside, everything was destroyed like the house had been looted. After searching for a while, he found a satellite phone, but shockingly, even that had no signal. Helpless, he walked toward the beach, and what he saw there completely shattered him. A massive airplane wreck was lying across the shoreline. Debris and destruction covered the entire coast. Meanwhile, as the man drove toward the city, he suddenly spotted a gigantic cloud of red smoke rising into the sky. Realizing the danger, he immediately turned the car around and sped away. But within seconds, the red smoke spread across the entire area. Back at the house, the homeowner explained that either the country's satellite systems had catastrophically failed or they were under attack. The woman was horrified.